Hi everyone, Michele Courage here from michelecourage.com, coming to you from my Galactic Studio. I thought it's Friday today. It is in the winter, so my studio is not really open on Fridays unless it's by appointment. Normally in the summer, I open the gate and I invite people to pop in. But really in the winter, the studio is cold. It's often miserably cold outside and inside the studio. It's just a sheep shed. You can see it doesn't have any insulation yet. We're getting there. If anybody's got a potbelly stove that's accessible close to Hawke's Bay, I'd love one. I'd love one. But anyway, I digress. Just feeling into the energy today. I'm just using my Galactic Dragon spray just to clear the energies, bring the dragons in, just to clear all my energy around me and to have a chat to you today. As you can see, the sun is shining a little bit. The reflection is off the brand new release that I've just done of the Archangel Metatron print. It's a limited edition of only 30. So is A1s, A3s and A4s, limited edition prints of this incredible painting, working with Archangel Metatron's energy. And I'm definitely looking at dates. I'm going to start off in Wellington. I'll go down to Wellington and probably do a Saturday and a Sunday where we work we'll work with Archangel Metatron, and then we'll probably do another one which I would say might be the Hathors or it might be Ganesha. I'm not sure. We'll see, but I know 100% Archangel Metatron's going to be coming through. And yeah, I wanted to show you what I've been doing. I've been working on the codes of Melchizedek. So basically Melchizedek, the order of Melchizedek, the codes of Melchizedek, the most incredible energy. It's based really on the basic codes of humanity, gorgeous wealth codes, incredible vibrational energy, peaceful, regal. It's just amazing. So that painting will be revealed quite soon. I'm still busy with it. I actually just added something this morning because it needed something extra. It felt like the top area needed a punctuation. So I added something to the top area today. And that's the thing, is sometimes the sort of information that comes through in bits and bobs and fits and starts. And this Melchizedek painting has definitely been like that. I changed and switched up and put all the codes onto little small tiles. I'll just get a tile here. This is one of them that didn't make it onto, oh god, this thing is now stuck to the plastic here. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, this is one of them that didn't make it onto the painting. So I do the codes back to front and then add the color. And this one didn't make it. But, yeah, so that one is coming up soon. It's going to be quite glorious. And I can't wait to reveal it to you and show it to you guys. Other thing I did was I went and reprinted some of my business cards. That's Artie in the background barking at something, probably a turkey or something. Yeah, so I printed some cards. I love printing these cards in as bookmarks. And so if you pop into the studio, you can always pick up one or two. Did this one too. This is a new one because I've been doing the Hathor, Codes of Hathor, and the Ganesha one, and I just felt like a new one, so I did this one. For those of you who don't know it, I used to be a graphic designer in my previous life, so every now and again I dabble and I play around, and I absolutely love this. So hanging around there. What else is news? I've been sort of busy working on paintings and promoting paintings, but I actually haven't had a catch-up session. So this one is a catch-up session. It's a Friday, so I normally do my Friday musing, what's been going on, what's happening in the world. Yeah, it's intense out there, I must be honest. I know diesel prices, for us, we've got diesel cars. Diesel prices have rocketed again here in New Zealand. So for the second time, they were busy coming down and it was starting to be, oh, okay, I can do this. I can fill the car up. And now because we live rural, the prices have gone rocketing again. So now I have to really think about where I'm going and what I'm going to do, because honestly, it's rather expensive filling up a big 4x4 and traveling. So I want to speak to you about this Divine Masculine deck. I'm busy working with this. It's such a beautiful deck. It's by Christabel Jessica. The artwork's by Cecilia G.F. I bought it when I was in Melbourne. If you've watched one of my previous videos, I talked about my Melbourne trip and the fact that I bought this beautiful deck. And it's all about the masculine, divine masculine. And I bought it because I wanted to learn a bit more about all the different divine masculine energies that are out there and available to us. I also bought it because I think we need to work on helping the divine masculine. I believe each one of us, every time we're working in our deepest meditations and bringing in beautiful energy, we're helping everyone on the planet. Humanity is in desperate need of some sort of direction, and especially the masculine energy on the planet. The younger ones are floundering and the older ones are just barging through doing God knows what. So we do need a bit of help there. So I thought, well, you know what? I love this deck for that very reason. So I'm just going to pull a card today and see what comes out. Krishna. Now, I must be honest, I don't know a lot about Krishna. It's a beautiful, beautiful artwork. Really lovely. He's playing some kind of flute. He's blue, very similar to how Kali Ma depicts herself in blue. Let me have a quick squiz and see if I can find it here. Krishna. Instead of explaining away your feelings, permit yourself to find emotional release. You are valid. A spotlight on emotional intelligence and skill will bring you harmony and grace. That is so amazing, because today, just before I started, I was looking at my book when I channeled all these messages, and I opened it up on a page. And this page, this book is called Raise Your Vibe, with Michele Courage, Light Encoded Galactic Messages and Artworks. And this was done a while back, and when I basically put all the channeled messages that helped me raise my vibration into a book. I did all the artwork myself, being a graphic designer, and so the only people who've actually worked with us are the printers. I'm the only person who worked on everything. I did the layouts, everything. So it's got quite a good, clean energy. And this book is really interesting. Basically, this passage says, release this negative energy at all times. Notice it, acknowledge it, and let it pass through. Allow it to just flow through you. Understand that you're going to have crappy energy coming in, or you're going to react to something, but allow it to flow through. By allowing this to pass through you, you are creating a flow which will be ultimately healing for yourself and all involved. And that, oh man, I tell you, it's really interesting. You know, if you meet someone or something triggers you or gets you a little bit upset, and you harbor feelings on it, it's not healthy for either of you, for you to be sending out that shitty energy, and for you to be sitting in that energy. And so Krishna coming up today is really interesting. Instead of explaining away your feelings, permit yourself to find emotional release. You are valid. A spotlight on emotional intelligence and skill will bring you harmony and grace. Beautiful. So I'll tell you a little bit about Krishna. This is in this beautiful Divine Masculine Oracle card deck. Krishna is a Hindu supreme god recognized as the 8th embodiment of Vishnu, the preserver of the universe. He is associated with compassion, divine beauty, joy, and love. And according to Hindu mythology, Vishnu reincarnated as Krishna to defeat the evil king Kamsa. Vishnu plucked 2 hairs, one dark and one white, from his head. He placed the dark strand within the womb of the goddess Devaki, the king's sister, thus creating Krishna. The white hair created Krishna's older brother, born from the dark strand, and Krishna became known as the Dark One. After many trials and tribulations, Krishna ultimately achieved the aim of his incarnation, defeating his uncle. A huntsman, mistaking Krishna for a deer, accidentally shot him in his one weak spot, his heel. Showing immense emotional intelligence, he expressed love and compassion to the hunter, resulting in his ascension back to heaven upon his death. Now, it's really interesting. There's probably an assimilation to Achilles in that story. But I'm starting to understand that after working with Melchizedek, understanding a lot of people associate Melchizedek's energy as a precursor to Jesus's energy. And I'm starting to understand possibly a lot of these deities that we are learning about and understanding of their energies are actually precursors and the building of that understanding of the energy that's coming through. So who knows that Achilles is also in this deck. Actually, I know it's somewhere in this deck. Could actually be quite similar to Krishna's energy of that wounded warrior, and then basically overcoming that and sending absolute love and compassion out to the person who has done whatever to you. And I think that is the whole message for today, is understanding what the world is in at the moment, and sending out love and compassion, rather not just to the people who are affected, but to the perpetrators as well. What did Jesus say? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. And it's a really interesting thing for us to explore. So a stark reality is that many people don't know how to feel. Instead of being taught emotional literacy, many grew up encouraged to switch off. Now we have a society of adults starting from scratch. And I really think the male energy and men have been told to push it down. You're weak if you cry. Don't be a sissy. Don't be a, whatever. And I think, it's learning to come back and stand in our power as men and as women on an equal, balanced way, and not in a way that you are denying what you feel. So to begin, strip it back to the bare basics. Implementing a fundamental level of daily emotional evaluation will help you out of repression, distraction, emptiness, and numbness. I really enjoy Christabel Jessica's take on things. She's quite a practical person. For her, it's about working in the real world. The emotional realm exists outside the mental realm, and thinking can impede feeling. But first, conceptual development of emotional intelligence must occur. So you have to think about it first and place yourself. And in doing so, you do need to feel that unhappiness, that, that was a, excuse me, that was a shitty thing that happened to me. And I'm going to feel this. Print out a feelings wheel and stick it to the front of an exercise book daily. take this book and write, I feel, and journal what comes to mind. If this works for you, then really do it, because sometimes it is good to write down how we're feeling. And then, interesting enough, you can go back and you'll figure it out, oh, I was feeling like that, but I've actually moved past it. It's a very good sense of, like a barometer or a sense of achievement when you read back in your journal and go, oh, you know what, I was in that place and now I'm not. At first, you might not know, and that's okay. Putting pen to paper, getting out even one word is a start. Okay. What else does she say? When you experience, you must, you can hear the crop duster going through. That plane is doing crop dusting at the moment. So yeah, just bear with the fact that there's an aeroplane flying around us at a low level. That's the joys of living in rural New Zealand, in Hawke's Bay, where they grow things. Okay, when you experience painful emotions, you are shown the tremendous depth of your capacity to feel. The degree to which you can feel pain is the same degree to which you can feel ecstasy. Shutting off pain closes you down to everything else on the spectrum of experience. And as you develop your emotional intelligence and apply your knowledge to grow your skills, you will experience clarity and cleansing. As a result, your joy will become sharper and your ability to exhibit compassion, love, and empathy will be stronger. That's a gorgeous message from Krishna today. But what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go to the Divine Feminine Archangel Oracle deck by Claire Stone, illustrated by Parita Naran, and I'm going to just see what the Divine Feminine balance to that card is going to be. Protection, shield yourself. Interesting that the woman, the female side of it is to protect yourself, which is really fascinating. I'm going to read what the card says. So it's about shielding yourself. I've been working with Archangel Michael. That painting behind is the Archangel Michael painting. And that is such a beautiful energy to have around. But let's see what the card protection, this is. You're being reminded to protect your energy, home, property, and loved ones. Please don't feel alarmed. Your angels have got you, but they say you're more vulnerable to harsh vibes right now. And I really believe that. I think what's going on in the world at the moment is really, really intense. And it's a very masculine energy that is taking or perceived taking hold. I will say that. I would like to choose to believe that it's all coming up to be seen and to be cleared. And so I think there's a lot of masculine energy out there that is just rising to the surface, whereas before it was hidden. So it would serve you well to cloak yourself in the light and love of the angels. And I really, I love working with Archangel Michael. That energy is just such a beautiful, it's like a big brotherly love, that protector, that all-encompassing protector. I love that energy. It's so beautiful. So in the invisible world, dark thoughts such as envy manifest as shadowy tendrils darting from the mind, projecting them, and sometimes piercing the aura of the victim. Of course, most people don't realize the power of their mind, and such attacks are unintentional, yet they happen all the time, or all the same. And I really believe that we need to be urging ourselves to really look at what's happening around the world and not to send vicious thoughts and ugly wishes to the perpetrators, because that is just feeding that kind of energy that it can grow. I do believe that if you put yourself in the protective bubble, and I'm not saying just ignore it, because that doesn't work either, but I do believe that if we choose to focus on the light energy, the joy and the happiness, it will infect the whole world into that energy field, and it'll broaden that bandwidth of energy. So in fact, we constantly come into contact with unsavory energy through TV screens, social media timelines, even through work, especially if you're a therapist or healer. I mean, I know there's a lot of heaviness hanging around, and a lot of people are very susceptible to it at the moment. So you may in fact be a light worker, but remember the analogy of the moth to the flame. Trust that you are more than capable of handling negative energy, and there is nothing to fear. You are surrounded by angels, but you must elicit their intervention by remembering to ask. And I really believe this so implicitly. Ask for the light to come in. Expand your energy outwards to meet that light. Because when you expand your light, there is no space for darkness. Be vigilant with your psychic protection, avoid negative people and unnecessary drama. And sometimes you're feeling strong and you can deal with it, and other times you're not. And I must be honest, at the moment, I'm not very strong in dealing with shitty stuff and shitty energy. And I acknowledge that. And yeah, you know, it takes you a day or two to recover, sometimes a little bit longer, but be kind to yourself and realize that just do some really beautiful spiritual work. Set up an altar, light a candle, invite the archangels in, truly believe that they have your back. And yeah, I think you'll shift that energy. Surround yourself with uplifting and loving people. Invoke Archaea Faith and her Blu-ray angels of protection to guard you and your home and loved ones. Learn how to build up your aura with meditation, breath work, or like a sport or something like that, like martial arts or, you know, Tai Chi, something like that. And the affirmation is, I am strong, protected, and in the light. So I really love these two cards. And it really does tell you exactly, you know, how feminine and masculine work. The masculine will go out and meet it head on, and the feminine will pull in and look and see how can she make this more sort of smoother and like a balm for the soul. So those are the two cards that we've drawn today for the Friday Musings. If you've stayed this long, thank you so much. I'd really appreciate a subscribe and a like on the video. Send me a comment or send me a DM, and I will chat to you again soon on another Friday Musings.